Hello, welcome to Treflo Publishers. I bring to you the School Management Portal. This School Management Portal can allow you do a lot of things. The first is you can mark registers on this register, and apart from marking registers on daily basis, you can also record the tests and exams of your students using the broadsheet. There are two categories of broadsheets on this portal. A broadsheet that can accommodate 20 subjects and another broadsheet that can accommodate 12 subjects. And subsequently, after imputing your student score on the broadsheet, the report sheet can be generated automatically. Everything is automatic because it is built on Excel template, and then you can enter the details of your students, whether a new student or all students in your school. If you want to begin to use this portal afresh, you can use our student details page to collect the data of your students and begin to use them on the system. You can issue admission letter when you admit in new students, and the student ledger enables you to enter the fees, all payments made by students. And with the school fees receipt, you can issue receipts of every payment made. This ledger has given room for 3 installmental payments by students. And then there is expenses ledger. If you want to track the record of how you spend money in your school, you can use the expenses ledger to track that. The staff details is also here. You can use this to collect the details of your staff and keep it safe. And then the staff ledger is where you are able to track how much you pay each staff, and how they collect money before the end of the month for those that used to give IOU to their staff. And then you'll be able to track the record properly and keep it safe. You can also issue them payment slip. Maybe after paying them their salary per month, you can issue them soft copy of their payment slip. The same way for this school fees receipt, you can give your student or your parents, you can send directly to your parents the soft copy of the receipt when the payment is made. When you appoint a new staff, you can give them appointment letter. If you want to issue query to a staff, you can give them also from here. It is automated. And then you can as well send bulk SMS, whether to your staff or to parents, to call them for a meeting or whatever. Now let us check each of these things and how it works. Now this is my dashboard. We are presently on the dashboard. This Covenant of Peace School is where the name of your school will be, and here is where the motto of your school will be. Here is the logo of your school, the address of your school, the email and contact. Okay, now if you click on this about, it takes you straight to the about of this portal. I mean, how you can use this portal. I have taken my time to explain how you can navigate your way around this portal, even if you are not used to using Excel before. And when you are done reading this, you can just click on dashboard and it will take you back to the dashboard to go to somewhere else. Now let us see the register. We have the first term, second term and third term register. Look at the register here. So all you need to do here is to copy the names of your students. Let's go back to student details. Here you can see the student details here. So if you want to admit a new student, what you have to do is click on add, and then this is the form for the student. Let's say I want to search for details of a particular student that I already have on my database. I'll just come here. Let's say I want to search for number 2. That's admission number 2. Can you see the admission number here? This one, this 5 is the admission number. So let's say I want to search for the details because I want to update it for number 2. I'll click on number 2 and then I'll click on search. Yeah, this is the detail for number 2. So I can edit the name, probably the class, the gender, whatever. And when I am done editing anything I wish to edit, I'll click on update. But in a case where I want to enter a new student entirely, when I am done entering all the details, what I will click on is add and save. Add and save. And after adding and saving, you can close and the details of that student will appear automatically on the database. The same thing goes for the teachers details too. The same thing goes for the teachers details too. Let's go back. Let's go back from here. I want to click on add here, but I've hidden some. Things, so we are not able to see it very well. Okay, let's go back, please. I want to go and hide some things so I can see what is happening. Let me pause this video. So the same thing for teachers. If you want to add a new teacher, probably you want to employ in a new teacher or a staff, whatever, you click on the add button. Click on the add button. It takes you to the data form for teachers data entry form, and then you fill in, or you allow the teacher to fill in the form. Click on add photo to add photo. Please note that photos you are going to be adding for the students and for staff in this data entry form should be in JPEG format. The form should be in JPEG format, and when you are done with that, the same way you can update that of student, that's the same way you can do this. After supplying the necessary details, you just click on add and save and you are done. Then you close. So from here, let me quickly show you the school ledger. Here is the school ledger. You just have to copy the names of the students from the database, from the student database, bring it here, enter the session, the term, then the class of the students. This place, it wasn't accepting the admission number as just a single number, and that was why I had to put in some codes. CPS is the acronym for Covenant of Peace School, so you can change it to the acronym for your own school, and then 001. The 1, 2, 3 and all is the actual admission number of the student. I only added some codes to it. So let's quickly check the school fees receipt. We needed the admission number here. So it wasn't accepting it as just one figure, and that was why I had to use codes. So you just click on this drop down arrow, and then the details of another student will come up, and you can click on the print button to print it. Okay, now let's see the staff ledger. I was talking about the staff ledger the other time. Now you just copy the same way I coded the students' names, added the acronym for the school and 001. The same way, STA means staff 001, just for the staff ID. So the staff ID should be here, and you copy the names of the staff or teachers from the teachers details page. This status here, if you click on it, there's a drop down arrow. FT means full time and PT means part time, depending on the status of the staff. And then department, we have different departments I have imputed here. So anyone that suits the staff you are paying. Then the session, the term, you click on the drop down arrow here, either first term, second term or third term. For January, you input the gross salary of the students, of the staff rather. Sorry. So we have from January to December, and here is the net salary of the staff. So let's assume a staff comes to you to collect advance salary, the first, the second and the third. This template will automatically calculate it for you under here. We calculate it for you under here, and this MC here means method of collection. So you click on the drop down arrow beside it. If you gave that staff through transfer, you put transfer. If you gave that staff through cash, you put cash there. We have that same thing under the students ledger. Let me show you. If your students or parents made a transfer, you indicate here that it is T. You use T for transfer. If it is through cash, you put C, which is signifying cash. I'll put a drop down arrow there later. Okay. So this is the total of the amount of money the students have paid, and here is the balance to be paid. Okay, let's go back. I was talking about the staff ledger. Here is my dashboard. Okay, so that is that about the staff ledger. The first time they collected money, the second time, the third time, and you might have some cases where they don't even have to collect at all to the end of the year. So the total amount you are owing that staff will be here. The total amount you are owing that staff will be here. If the staff collected before the month end, then the amount they have collected will be here. Okay, so that is that staff. This is the staff payment slip. You input. Now look at this drop down arrow here. There's a drop down arrow here where you click on the staff ID. It will upload the details of the staff, and then you can see it from there. You can as well print it also, or you click on the file. Let me quickly show you that. If you want to print, let's say you want to print, instead of using this one, if you want to save it as PDF, you come to this place, click on file, then you click on this print, click on print, and then Microsoft Print to PDF. You click that one. It will save it to PDF for you, and you can send it to your staff. You can do the results of your student like that too. Okay, so let's go. Where were we? Here is the appointment letter. Here is the staff ID. So you just have to click here. If the staff you want to give appointment letter to is not Kofi Malam, you click on this one, click the number of the staff. We have just one staff presently for this demo, and then you insert it. Then you can print it out also, or send it as PDF. A query letter is here. Okay, so here is the query letter. Just change the staff ID here, and then you will have to put in your position. You are the one giving the query, so you put your position, and then describe the issue that you are querying the staff on, and then you put your phone number, your email address. Do not forget to change the name here. Don't forget to change the name here, the proprietress, and the name of your school. And when you are done changing those little things, of course, you are done with the query letter. You can either print or send as PDF or soft copy to the staff. Now let's go straight to what else have I not shown you? Okay, let's quickly go to the brush sheet. Now, like I said, we have two brush sheets here. We have two brush sheets here. The first one can take up to 20 subjects. This is the one that can take up to 20 subjects, and the second one can take up to 12 subjects. So depending on the number of subjects you are offering in your school, that will determine the type of brush sheet you are going to be using. And do not forget, the brush sheet you use will determine the report sheet you will use. If you are using the report sheet for 20 subjects, then you must use the brush sheet for 20 subjects also. Now you bring in the names of your students here. Can we see? Then their registration number, you bring it here. Now this is English, math, computer, the subject like that. This is test 1 over 20, this is test 2 over 20, and this is exam over 60, and the total will be calculated for you automatically. Now let me quickly change this and see what will happen. I have just inputted 17 abi. Now can you see that this one changed? Let me put this one 20 since this test 2 is over 20. Can you see? Okay, now let's change this one to 54. Can you see? So per subject it will calculate it for you like that. So when you come here, you bring in the names of your students either from your register or from the student details. Bring in their, just copy in their registration number. Okay, then you come right here. Sorry, you come right here. I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, now see this place. You are to enter the class under this place, the term, the session, the number of times school open, the number of times school, the number of time that the student is present. You can get the number of times school open and the number of time present from your register. And here we have some teachers remark and principals remark also. And then don't forget to enter in the next time the school will begin. When you are done entering all this part, the teachers remark and the principals remark, you do not need to enter it except you want to change the ones we have inputted there. The ones you need to put something into is from here to this place. Then the names and the registration number as I have highlighted. Now there is nothing much to do on the report sheet. There is nothing much to do. Let's quickly check the report sheet. Here is the report sheet. Look at this cell P1. This cell P1 is where you can navigate and change the report sheet per student. Now let me change it to 1 and see. This is BC Ige. You will see that it will change to another person. That's Shade Royals. Can we see that? So the details of these students will automatically come here based on what you have entered in your brush sheet. Then you come down here. Don't forget, okay, this one too is automated. Don't forget to change the class teacher's remark based on that particular student you are working on, and then the headmistress or principal's remark based on the students you are based on the score of the students you are working on. Here is showing the maximum number obtained, the number of subjects 20. For that one of 12, this place instead of 20 it will be 12, and here is the position. For this image, all you have to do is go to your file, go to your insert, then you go to picture. Can we see? Insert, then picture. So when you get to picture, you select the picture of your signature. You must have signed on paper already. Now I'm going to select something and then show you how to remove the background. I think I have some images here. Okay, let me just take one, then I'll click on insert. Okay, so here is an example of a picture. Now imagine I want to change the background because I don't want the background to show because of where I want to put it. What I have to do is still clicking on it. I'll come to remove background. Can we say remove background here? I'll click on remove background and the background will be removed for me automatically, and so I can use it wherever I wish to use it. Okay, so that insert of picture, you can use it for pictures, you can also use it for signatures, either for teachers, but of course the signature, the pictures, everything you want to insert as picture must be on your computer already. So here you just have to click on this place, just click on it once like this, and then change the name of your school, or if you don't want to change everything, you just want to change one thing. Let me go to brush it and show you how to change just one thing. Let's say here you just want to change the number. You double click on it, and then let's say for this CPS 004, I want to change the 4 to 2. I'll just double click on it and then put 2. Now in a situation where you want to change the entirety of the details in that particular cell, just click on it once and then type what you want to type. But if you want to change just a part of the detail, double click on it and you are good to go. Now when you have cross-checked that okay, everything is good and okay and fine for this particular report sheet, then you can now go ahead and click on print. You can now go ahead and click on print. If you click on print here, this is what it will show. Then you can click on your print button. Click on your print button here and print it out. Or just like I told you, you can come to file, come to print, and then come to print, Microsoft Print to PDF. So you click on Microsoft to PDF. You can come to page setup. Do you need that? No, you don't. So just come to the printer's property. Yes, it should be portrait. So everything is set. Or you click on export. If this one is not going to allow the saving, click on export. Okay, I think this is better. Click on export and then click on PDF/SPS. I think that one is better. So you can now use the name of that particular student. Now let's do it again so I can check the name of the student. Okay, the name of the student is Shade Royals. Okay, now let's go back again. File, export, create a PDF. Then I want to change the name of this because I'm saving for a particular student. So I'll change it to the name of that student, Shade Royals. Then I'll click on publish. So I'm done with Shade Royals as number 1. Now I want to go to number 2 students. I'll go to this cell P1. I'll click on number 2. This is BC Ige. I'll check if everything that needed to be there, especially the class teacher's comments if the appropriate one is there, and the headmistress comments if the appropriate one is there. If everything is okay and good, now immediately you change the name on that first sheet, the details here, all the details here. If you change it for the first sheet, you do not need to change it over and over and over again. The one you might need to change over and over again is a picture of the student, not the logo, just the picture of the student. So the same process, click on file, export and save, or you click directly from here if you want to print it out. But I think it's going to save you cost better if you can send the PDF format to the parents of the students directly. It will save you a lot of money. Now let's go back to the dashboard and see what else we have not discussed. So let me just show you the broadsheet of the other one also. Okay, here is the broadsheet of the other ones too. In case you are using just a broadsheet because your students are not many and you have entered JSS1, 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 you have up to 20, and then from 21 to 40 you have JSS2, JSS2. You want to sort it by class. Now let's take from here. I want to put JSS2 here. I just want to use it as an example. Now I'm going to, can you see my cursor? Let me bring a pencil to show you this angle here. Yes, there is a thick dot line in this angle. That's where I'm going to put my cursor to drag down each time I want to fill in a particular series of cell. Now I want to put GSS2. Okay, so this GSS2 I need for 10 students. I'll just come, let's say, can you see? Copy cells, not fill series, copy cells. Now if this is the case, now I want to just have a general overview of just GSS1 students, their broadsheets. I'll come to this drop down arrow here showing class. I'll click on it, then I'll deselect all before I will now click on class GS1. Then I'll click on OK. So this time I'm seeing only the details of GSS1 students. GS2 or any other class that is still on this broadsheet will be hidden unless I go back again. And if I want to check if, okay, I have only first term, assuming I have probably third term also. So now that I am checking for GSS1, I want to check that of third term. I'll deselect all, select third term, and then it's going to bring out the details of the students that is having just third term results here. Please, is this gotten? Yes, thank you. So I'll select this one back. I'll select all back. So you can do the same thing on your students broadsheet, on your students database too. If you want to count the number of male, the number of female, you can do that here. See, just click on this drop down arrow, then check if you will select it and then select male. I didn't have male, let me put male here, then you will see what I'm saying. Now I'm going to click on this drop down arrow here. I'll select all, and then I'll click on male. I want to see the number of male. If I want to see the number of female, I'll click on female, deselect all, click on female alone, and then I'll do that. Assuming I want to check the class, I'll do the same thing for the class too, just to count the number of male, the number of female, the number of JSS1, the number of primary 2, the number of primary 3, the number of basic 4, and all of that. And also, let's go back. I think, have I shown you the expenses ledger? the money you receive, whether as school fee, as party fee, as whatever fee you are collecting from the students, if that is where you are spending from, you put it here. Then the session, you put it here. The term, then the week, whether it is week one. For week one, we have Monday to Saturday. So each amount you spend per day, you put it here. And then you are going to come here and show us this is expenses 3. We have expenses 1 and 2 also. Expenses 1, expenses 2, expenses 3, what you use the money to do and all. At the end of the day, you will have the total of the amount you have spent for that week. You will have it here. Yes, you will have it here. So let's say this one is for week 2. If this is for week 2, you will have it. This is for week 1, you will have it. And then the amount left from the total amount you entered under money received will be at the last part there. So all you need to do here is just enter the details. Everything is automated already. Okay, what else have I not shown you? I think I have shown you almost everything except for the bulk SMS sender. Okay, now you do not have anything to do with this setup SMS. You don't have anything to do with it except if you want to set it up afresh. If you want to do that, then you will have to contact Treflo Publishers. But if you don't want to do that, just click on add contact to add new set of numbers depending on who you want to send messages to. Let's say you want to send messages to your staff, maybe the science department. So this is the serial number. You enter the first person's name, the gender, the phone number you want to send message to. Then you click on you click on add and save. You click on add and save. Data submitted successfully. So that is how you will keep adding it. When you are done adding the number of people you want to send message to, you click on exit, and then you come to compose message. Now, the reason I am adding from Covenant of Peace School here is because for now we can't still customize the SMS more than this, and so that it won't look like a random message, you need to put something that will alert the receiver of the message that the message is from you. So when you are done composing the message, you click on compose. Message composed successfully, and after that, can you see the message composed? Hi Tony. You will notice I did not put I. That's because that has been automated into it already. There is an emergency meeting by 2 p.m. from Covenant of Peace School. So now I want to send the message to Mr. Tony. I will just go to send message, and then I will send the message. When I'm done, I can clear the contact and I'll go back to my dashboard. Okay, so what else? The register. Yes, let's come back to the register. Here you can count the number of students per class or per gender. Let's say you have all your students in this place based on the list you have on your database, on your student database. You brought all the names here. Then let's say per class now you want to mark attendance. If the teacher for nursery 3 wants to mark attendance, all she will need to do is come here, come to this drop down arrow here, and then deselect all, only select the one for our class, which is nursery 3, and then okay. Can you see? For now, we have only this person in this class, and the person is a female. Assuming the person is a male, then we will know. Now, let's assume we have a lot of students in this class, and then we want to count the number of male, the number of female. How do we do that? You just come to gender. I've shown you that before, and then you come to gender, you deselect all, select the male. If it is male you want to count, select female. If it is female you want to count. Now, how do you mark this attendance? You will see A, P, A, P, A, P everywhere. Now, let's come to this place. I don't want to touch these ones. I don't want to touch these ones, so you can get what I'm saying very well. Now, let's come to this neutral place. You can see a drop down arrow. A drop down arrow is here. Now, click on the drop down arrow. You see A and P. If the student is present, you will click on P. If the next student is absent, you click on A. If the next student is present, you click on P. If the next student is absent, you click on A. Like that. And that is how you mark the attendance for that day. That is how you mark the attendance for that day. Meanwhile, this place is going to calculate, and that was why I said you can pick the number of times school open, the number of time present, absent from your register. When you want to use it on your broadsheet, just come back here and check it, and then you put it there. Now, number of times school open. This is it. We know that normally we have 13 weeks in a term, and that is what we have used to prepare this register. Now, the number of time a student will come to school, this is it here. The number of time absent. So, if the student is present throughout the whole term, you will get to see it here. And if not, you can do addition of these two to know the number of time the school opened times 2, because we can't attendance register morning and afternoon. Okay, I want to believe anytime you are on any part of any section of this school management portal and you want to go back to the dashboard to navigate through another place, you can always come and click on your dashboard, and then you are good to go again. So you can put your logo here, or at the point of purchase you can give us these details so we customize it for you. You won't stress yourself to start putting in the name of your school, the motto, the address, the email, and the logo. Is a one-time payment, and after that payment you won't need to make any payment again. You can use it till eternity, till anytime you feel like you want to use it. So if there is still any other thing you want to ask, please go ahead and ask before you make your purchase. And after you make your purchase, if there are things you still not clear about, you can ask about it. Thank you and God bless you. I wish you success as you run your school.